The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and we came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. We are live once again with this man to my left who doesn't need any introduction, for he is known the world over. It's the one, it's the only, it's Pops.
Yeah, guys, welcome to True School Sports, another edition of live about talking about boxing, the main event. So let's get started right now.
There you have it. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're like really close to 30,000 subscribers, and I'm really excited about that. Before we get into the main topic of this video, I just wanted to touch on some things that are coming up with the channel so you guys know what's going on. First of all, as you guys can see in the comments, I dropped 2 comments already. You guys notice there's a red shirt right here. Okay, there's a red shirt right here. I just got this from Teespring. If you've been noticing at the bottom of my videos, I've set up the True School Sports Teespring merch store. So we got like shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, and all kinds of colors: black, red, green, all kinds of colors, orange.
Yeah.
So if you want to support the channel, if you really mess with, or as the young kids these days say, if you really fuck with what I'm doing, go to the True School Sports merch store. It's in the link the link is in the description, and the comment is right over there. So it's right, that comment right there.
Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And get your mother a True School Sports shirt. Get your mama, a True School Sports shirt. Get your girlfriend. Do what you got to do. Just support the channel. It'll help me out. It'll help you out. So yeah, there's that
boxing content.
Absolutely. And then also, programming reminder: tomorrow I have a 21-minute interview dropping with Deontay Wilder strength and conditioning coach Joey Scott.
Wow.
I had a chance to meet him last week at the Body and Soul Boxing Gym here in Coconut Grove or Miami, Florida. Really nice guy.
Wow.
I had a chance to talk to him. Really nice guy. It's funny. I want to touch on this real briefly because I put the video up for premiere. And I already got like 2 comments from people saying, "Man, I hope you say that hating ass shit to him on camera." But you know what? I wasn't there for all that. I was there to give you guys a good interview. So,
listen, man, he had good vibes, and that's box. We gotta keep positive.
I give everybody a fair chance. Now, next time I see Joey Scott, I do plan on telling him my actual thoughts on what's going to happen in the third fight. He didn't stay long enough for me to tell him that after the interview was done. But the interview was great, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. So that'll be tomorrow. Make sure you check the link, click the link, set your reminders for that, because it is going to be something quite great. And then last thing I want to, last 2 things I want to get to before we get into the whole Teofimo Lopez Lomachenko thing is this morning I finished typing my first book. What is it? Just a Kid from Dania, The Boxing Journey and Stories of True School Sports, Volume 1. I'm not sure when it's going to be out, but I did finish typing it, so I got to get it proofread, and then I got to put it together on paperback, and then that should be out. And then also tomorrow, me and Pops will more than likely be live for the Matchroom card, which is featuring Terry Harper and Natasha Jonas. So just whenever short of excitement here on the channel.
Trying to keep it going.
That's it. But for those of you that are here, I only see four people are here at the moment.
Thank you.
Smash that like button. Let me know what city, what state, what continent you're watching from. And definitely drop that in the comments, and we'll definitely give you a shout out. Now, let's just get into the nitty gritty. You guys hit that like button. Let's get into the nitty gritty, Pops. Okay, let's get into the nitty gritty. Our main man, all right? Our main man, Teofimo Lopez, or as he's affectionately called here in the South Florida boxing community, Gordo. Gordo is under a lot of scrutiny right now because, he's talked a lot of shit over the last year. He's written a lot of checks with his mouth that we've been wanting to see his ass cash in that boxing ring. And I don't think there's really been any channels here on YouTube that have been as vocal for as long as I've been about this fight.
Right.
And about Lopez winning this fight. Top Rank offered him double his highest career payday, and that was $1.2 million. And you know what Teofimo Lopez said? He said, "I ain't having it." And he turned it down. And people are saying, well, he ducked him. And he's saying that this guy's trash, and he's the witness protection, BT. And one guy told me in my comments, he was like, where's the video on this? If this was Devin Haney, you would have got a video right then and there. So I'm going to ask, before I get my thoughts, you give me your thoughts on Teofimo.
I got to say one thing. If you have 2 contractors that have to do the same job, okay, and you do your research, the contractor gets, let's say, for example, $3,500 for doing that job. That's his field. And then you get the same contractor that bid for the same job, and he's getting lowball and getting 1.2 million. I'm saying 1.2 million, and let's say $1,200, and he got $3,500. What do you think is wrong with that picture? My point is this: I'm actually on Teofimo's side on this. You know why? Because the Bob father, Bob Arum, can go ahead and fork out, because he's full of money, can fork out 3.2 or whatever it is he paid Lomachenko. Why can't he just give Teofimo his part of the pie? Why are you trying to cut him less, give him a quarter than what or less than a third of what Lomachenko is getting? So my point is, I think this is going to be a big fight. The fans are thirsting for it. Yes, we don't get the pandemic, but Bob the father, if you took the account to go ahead and give 3.2 to Lomachenko, why can't you give at least 2.5 or 3.0, 3 point something to Teofimo? This is a big fight that a lot of fans will wait for. So if you're saying that the pandemic is the issue, then how come you can fork out 3.2 for Lomachenko and not Teofimo?
His reasoning behind that was that Lomachenko is actually getting paid less than his guarantee was for the fight. So Lomachenko's actually taking a pay cut, and this is actually would be a pay increase for Lopez because he's never, this is double his highest career payday. But I'm gonna say this: shout out to my man Jonathan in the comments. He says that Pedraza got offered $1 million, and Linares got about or less than 1.2 million. And you know what? You're right. I remember looking at the purses for those fights. Right. And to be fair, no disrespect to Pedraza and Linares. These guys are good world champions in their own right. But none of those guys, neither one of those guys has the name value of a Lopez. I know Lopez is young, and I'm not saying Lopez is a pay-per-view star or anything like that. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that those guys deserve the same amount of money as Teofimo Lopez when that fight really didn't generate the interest that this fight does. So I'm not saying that Teofimo Lopez should be. I actually don't even fully agree with my pops and him getting $3 million, because I recognize Lomachenko's day side. I recognize we're in a pandemic. I recognize there's not live gate, but I do think he should be teetering. His pay should be teetering somewhere around $2 million. So if it's not 1.2, I think it should be maybe 1.8, 1.9, 2 million. Personally, I don't give a damn. I don't, because I'm not the one fighting. I'm not getting paid. Yeah. But if in life, what you guys must understand, in life, you don't get what you pay for. You get what you negotiate. So if Lopez thinks he can get a couple extra 100,000 out of Top Rank, then he's gonna go ahead and do it. We know that many times in boxing, in recent memory, like if you guys can remember back to the Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor fight, that fight didn't come off right away. Right. That fight didn't come off right away. That fight took longer than it should have, because Regis Prograis wanted to get a couple extra 100,000 out of the WBSS. And I think it's in my opinion, I think it's a similar situation. Now, I'll tell you guys this. If this shit goes any longer, because I'm not gonna lie to you, that's why I didn't do the video right away. Yeah, right. Because I wanted to see if they could hash out them details in a couple days. But I'm telling you, we're not that far away from me just exploding on Teofimo Lopez, because look, this is the untouchable True School Sports empire. And the untouchable True School Sports empire doesn't like to be disgraced by people that he talks positively about. And I've been talking very positively about Teofimo Lopez for a long time in regards to this fight. So if it goes any more longer, and Teofimo Lopez doesn't.
But BT, what's fair is fair. Okay, you're saying that he shouldn't get $3 million. Okay, I get you on that because he's not the A side. But come on now, the Barfather got a nut. He's loaded with money. Everybody's been thirsting for this fight. How long has this fight has been going on? You're gonna ask me, BT, if you're going to a job, the same job I'm going to, I'm doing the same job as you. I'm getting paid $14 or $20 an hour, and I'm paying you $15 an hour. You're gonna be satisfied with doing the same job for that?
I don't want either one of them. That sounds horrible. Okay, well, that sounds like Publix money. I don't want no Publix money.
What I'm getting at is the bottom line is the Barfather can meet Teofimo a little higher than that. That's my whole point on that. It's a fight that the fans want. It's a fight that no matter which network takes it, which you already know it's going to be ESPN, whoever takes that networks, they're going to make money off that fight, whether it's pay-per-view, not pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. The Barfather is going to make more than that on the fight itself. So I don't want to hear about the pandemic. If you can get 3.2 to Lomachenko, that tells me that you can do the same thing for him. If not, give him a 2.5 or whatever the case may be. You can't get upset. I mean, we listened to our progress earlier. We can't get upset at the fighter because the fighter's going in to make a fight, but he's got to get paid for fight. Mayweather's the same thing. I got to get paid. Mayweather even said it. I got to get paid. Money talks, bullshit walk, bottom line. And I think this fight, everybody's looking for it. I think Teofimo deserves to at least get 2.5, maybe not 3, but at least 2.5. Give that man the respect. He's been disrespected.
He ain't getting no 2.5. That's unrealistic. He's not getting 2.5.
He's been disrespected since he's been climbing up to get the belts from Lomachenko. Now we finally got the belts. Now he's done it. He's done to make this fight happen so the Godfather can make some more money. And then you want to go ahead and shortchange it. That's what I feel about it. I want Teofimo to get what he's worth.
Teofimo did tweet about it on Twitter. He tweeted it yesterday. He said, this fight is going to happen. Stuff like this happens sometimes. It takes a little longer to happen, and that's why it's called negotiation for a reason, dumbasses. So, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My patience is running very thin with Teofimo. I'm not to that point yet where I'm gonna make a Teofimo Lopez is an witness protection for boxing video, but he's getting close to it. I'm telling you, he's getting close to it because I don't like when I talk positive about somebody and then he talks shit the whole time, and all of a sudden you want to turn down career high money.
It's not that. If I'm going to a fighter.
My life is
put
no.
My life could put in danger, just like Lomachenko, right? Lomachenko's been hyped up since he came here. His amateur record.
Yeah, he earned it. He earned it. He
done 12-0 for the whatever.
He earned it.
What about Lomachenko's climb? Nobody expected him to get where he's at now.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Lomachenko called him out.
No, yes, they did. What are you talking about? Right, he was 396 and was amateur. If he didn't get to this point, he'd be trash. He'd be a bust.
My point is this: Godfather, get in your pocket and pay him at least 2, pay him something. Don't sit back and shortchange this man. This man deserves what he gets. And I'm a big I love Lomachenko, but I love Teofimo better. And I'm going to be biased for Teofimo because I like Teofimo.
I'm not being biased.
And I'm not going to let him shortchange. I'm going to a job, and I'm getting shortchanged doing the same job somebody else.
We get it, man.
All right.
I'll be honest with you, man. Look, I call a spade a spade. I like Lopez. He's one of South Florida's very own, even though he don't claim South Florida.
Honestly,
but hold on.
How much do you think
this is if he turned.
How much do you think he deserves for this fight? What would you give? Honestly, we're not promoters. What would you give for this fight? If he got 3.2,
to be honest with you,
1.5, 2.6. What would you give?
I think 1.2 is fair.
Are you serious?
Yeah. What the fuck? You've never got paid $1 million. He's never got paid $1 million his whole career.
Brandon,
he's never.
This is a big fight. You know why people want to see this fight? He might. Who knows who? This is bigger than Devin Haney. This is bigger than fighting.
It is, but
so come on, man.
Look, for all the talk of Lopez saying Loma's a tune-up, I'm gonna beat him, and this, that, and the third. Fucking take the fight, man. His right now. This is why I'm pissed off with him. Right now, his actions are not matching his words. All of a sudden, first of all, he was rah. I'm big. I'm a killer shit. Now it's. Oh, now he become the businessman. Oh, well, I need this, I need that. Listen, if he beats him, look, if he beats him, he's gonna recoup that money back. It's not like if he beats him, he's gonna get whatever Lomachenko's getting, he'll be in that position. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
you got a good point there.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing for me as a Lopez fan, as somebody who has talked him up. All right,
and he's from Davie, Florida. Get it right.
It pisses me off as somebody who I love as much as Teofimo. That I want to see him do good. That he's turning this down.
We gotta call this a spade.
And you know what? His pop
is fair.
His pops is subscribed to this channel, and his pops might even be watching this live. So, Junior Lopez, if you're watching this video, man, look,
come on, chime in.
I respect what you guys got going on.
What's fair?
I'm going for you guys to win the fight, but y'all talked a whole heap of shit. But
the issue not about.
And
talking,
now all of a sudden you want to be businessman.
The issue not about him talking. It's not about him talking. The talking, the boxing ring, and doing what he's supposed to do. We're talking about with negotiation. I mean, come on, the Godfather thinks highly of him. Paying, I feel he's being disrespectful. He's getting half. Yes, his biggest. I get it. It's his biggest purse he's got. So you're saying, okay, Teofimo should get that. I mean, that's biggest purse. But no, you're giving him twice as much as him. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh.
This is gonna be a big fight. It could be a second fight of this. Godfather's gonna make money no matter how you look at it. Godfather, pay top rank, pay Teofimo at least halfway, or pay him what he deserves.
All right,
I agree with him.
Let's get to some of these comments, man, because we are getting a lot of comments. For the 24 you guys out here, thank you for joining the live. It's your boy BT. It's the Untouchable True School Sports Empire. We got Pops. Smash the like button. All right, we got my main man Daniel Vasquez. He says Teofimo needs to fight Lomachenko ASAP. I agree. He needs to hurry up and do that. It's really disappointing that this is even a thing right now. Chelsea to win the championship next year. Watch, guys. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, you guys sign a lot of players, so I don't think you win the championship, but I know that you guys will be in the running to contend next year. Philly Fanatic says, "Do you think Teofimo is negotiating instead of ducking?" I think he. Listen, I think he's negotiating. But my thing is, I don't give a fuck if he's negotiating because he talks so much shit. And if he's really as confident as he says he is, who gives a who? Listen, if he's gonna beat Lomachenko, right? If he's gonna beat Lomachenko, what the fuck does it matter if he gets paid $1.2 million? Who cares?
It's a matter of principle, brother. If you go into the same fight I'm going to, okay, you're gonna pay $2 million. I'm gonna pay $500,000. Or I'm getting $2 million. You're getting $500,000. Are you gonna be happy with that?
No. Okay, but listen.
There you go.
If the job, if the job is about performance. If I work in let's say we're not going to talk about like these jobs like Publix. And
no. We're not
cutting up sandwich. If I work in a performance-based job where it's results-based, and I know that if I am better than the person next to me, I will be in that position where the person is going to be. And if I believe in myself, like I say I do, I'll take the short money because I can see the bigger picture. That's why I'm pissed off at Teofimo because
so you're saying he should reason more and look beyond that. That's what you're saying.
If he beats Lomachenko, if he beats Lomachenko and becomes he becomes a man in the weight class, becomes unified champion, he gets on the pound list, he becomes an instant superstar. After that, he can be as diva-ish as he wants. He can be like Canelo if he wants. He can hike up his skirt. He can do whatever he wants. But you got to put yourself in that position. Everybody says they want to. I know one of his favorite fighters is Floyd Mayweather, but.
So you're saying
before Floyd became, the businessman he became, guess what he had to do to get in that position? He had to beat Oscar De La Hoya.
So he had to eat crow before he got.
He had to take short money. Come on, man, it's your boy BT. UGC Flame, he says B-side promotions. Lomachenko Lopez said Loma would be his tune-up fight, but now Lopez is going to have a real tune-up fight. I bet he won't get paid $1.2 million for a tune-up fight. Pretty Boy Floyd wouldn't have declined the fight. You damn right. Pretty Boy Floyd?
No, because Floyd's about the money.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah,
he wouldn't.
Right, he would just take it because he's gonna make money off the fight and go.
Because he would have won. Because he could see the big picture. That's why Floyd is on my wall. Because Floyd, they say he's stupid. They say he can't read, but guess what?
He could see money.
He could see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Straight up, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna agree with my man Jonathan. Top Rank has to make the fight. Boxing is not charity. It really isn't.
No, it's not, and I don't want what I'm saying is I can't say that you're saying the pandemic is the issue why he's not getting paid. And I get it. Lomachenko is the A side, but the Barfather's got money to piss, to shit, to wipe his ass with. Go ahead.
Look, man, you got my man Trap House Boxing. He says, tell Pops I agree with you. He agrees with me, champ. He agrees with BT.
Hey, hold on.
Let
me tell you something.
Hold on, Dad. You know how much you got to be tripping for people to agree with me? Because they never agree with me.
You're
the people's champion. Y'all never agree with. You always like Pops.
Yeah,
but so you tripping right now.
I'm tripping, but it's because I understand what Teofimo is saying. He said, okay, I can't get $3 million. Okay, give me 1.5. Meet me halfway. Or give me 1 point something. Give me something. Give me something besides the 1.2 that's a slap in the face.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he said Trap House says.
I don't think Lomachenko should get that much either. But if that's low, if his guarantee, I don't know what his guarantee is. They say his guarantee is, I don't know what it is, but they say that this is lower than his guarantee. So if they're already paying him below his guarantee and he's taking the fight, this looks really bad on Lopez.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, if the Barfather, and he's filthy, he got money. He got money to piss on, shit on, whatever he wants to do, wipe his ass with, eat with, whatever he wants to do. $100 bill, Ben Franklin. He got money. He got fucking money. So if you tell me he can give him this much, he can't give a little bit more to make the fight. The fans are dying for this fight.
Can I ask you a question?
Don't just blame it on Teofimo. The fans want to see this fight. Pay the motherfucker.
All right. Can I ask you a question, Pops?
Yeah.
Would you take $1 million if you knew that $1 million could turn into 40 in the future? 20, 30, 40 million dollars, 10.
Oh man, you gotta get me on these.
It's true because that's what he's doing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Teofimo Lopez.
So you're saying this is a big investment for him because he'll get all the belts and then he can have more, be open more to negotiate.
This is actually showing like by him even trying to stall this fight because you don't
think Devin Haney, Tank Davis.
Listen, if any one of them,
turn it down.
If any one of those guys do the same shit, I would be on this video saying the exact same thing. I would say that's some punk ass shit they're doing, and they don't want no smoke. And right now, as it stands, I mean, I know things can change. I think the fight will happen. I think it will change. But at this moment in time, I don't think Teofimo Lopez wants no smoke. And I hate saying that.
No, he don't
want no smoke, man.
Confused.
He don't want no damn smoke.
He wants smoke, but he wants to make sure that he goes to the bank. He gets paid for putting that smoke on. We got to look at it. You're going to give Lomachenko, okay, if that's the case, and I know he's the A side, okay, so give him $500,000 more. Give him $500,000 more.
But why do they gotta give him $500,000 more? They're already giving him 1.2, which is double his career's high payday. Why do they gotta?
Because he's deserving. He's a champion. He worked harder than Lomachenko to get where he's at. Lomachenko's had.
How did he work harder?
Lomachenko's been baby to the whole thing. How did
Teofimo Lopez work harder than Lomachenko? Lomachenko won 2 gold medals. He had 2 gold medals. Yeah, right. How do you get babied in the amateurs? You sound ridiculous right now, Pops. I love you. You sound ridiculous.
Listen, Lomachenko's gone to the amateurs. He's got a crazy amateur record. He's fought all these other guys. He's done this, but he's calling everything. He's doing this. It took too long for the fight to be made. I mean, he didn't even want to look. He didn't even want to look at Teofimo from the beginning because he had no belts or nothing. So fuck Lomachenko. That's why I want Teofimo to beat him.
Honestly, right now, you could be in delusional right now.
I'm telling you right now.
Shout out to my man. Listen. Shout out to my man, Kind of Local Sports. I was trying to get to this comment because you won't stop. You get all over the place right now. Kind of Local Sports. You know, he's Puerto Rican boxing channel. He interviews all the Puerto Rican fighters. He says, "Well, Bob and giving him more money, he's already has Verdejo as a replacement," and that's what I wanted to get to because I think this does open the door. Okay, this does open the door for Felix Verdejo to not just get the big fight that he's been yearning for, but also to really stick his flag in the ground and announce himself as one of the top dogs at 135. So I'm gonna ask you this: if Teofimo Lopez continues with this bullshit and they put Felix Verdejo in the fight, what do you think about that right now, based on his current form and things like that?
I'm a big fan of Felix Verdejo, and I think Felix Verdejo will take it for lesser money. It's an opportunity for him but the difference between him and Teofimo is he's been dying to have this rematch with Lomachenko to make up for that loss that he had in the amateurs. So I think you pay Verdejo $800,000 or whatever you want to pay him, $500,000. Verdejo's going to take it. You know why? Because he wants a piece. He wants a piece of Lomachenko's athlete. He's more motivated about doing that. And he lost his first fight, so therefore he wants to prove to the world, like, you know what? I fucked up in New York when I got my ass beat, but now I beat a legitimate champion like Lomachenko. What you got to say now? So go ahead, Verdejo. Do your thing.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting fight. Bob Arum has commented about this, just so you know. He's made multiple comments about this thing. And he said,
is he fed up with it?
I'll tell you what he said. He said, I quote, "The contract we offered them is already more," and them is Teofimo. Teofimo.
Yeah.
"The contract we offered them is already more than double his highest purse, and they're starting to talk all this crazy stuff. They were talking based on they're talking based on a $3 million live gate in closed circuit. It's crazy. They're saying, why should they be affected by the coronavirus? Loma has a contract, and he's already given us relief. He's fighting for less than his contract says because he gets it. I'm not in the business to lose money.
Oh, wow.
If they turn down a record contract for him, there's nothing I can do. On to the next." So listen, if he don't stop with his shit, it's a wrap.
I have to give respect to Loma because Loma's saying, like, okay, the pandemic, I'm not getting my guarantee money that I was supposed to get for all my other fights before the pandemic happened.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
So it took me a little while. I'm a little slow.
Yeah.
So I understand what BT's saying. So I get that. He's saying, okay, I'll take a pay loss, but I want this fight to happen for the fans. So respect to so I get what you're saying. Even 3.2 is not what Lomachenko demanded, but he's willing to do the fight anyways for the fans. So you know what, Brent? PT, I think you're right about this. I think in a way, I think Teofimo should go ahead and just take it. If Loma's taking the pay cut, then why shouldn't he?
Absolutely. It's your boy BT. It's the Untouchable True School Sports Empire.
I didn't get it at first.
It's 3:27 p.m. here in South Florida.
Hit that like button.
Hit
guys,
that like button.
please.
I want to give a shout out to a couple people I see in the comments. I didn't get to the comments, but shout out to my man Marshall Ministry. Shout out to Kind of Local Sports. Shout out to Trap House Boxing. We got IDSS, Intangible Boxing News. We got a star-studded comment section, man.
Thank you. I don't know if he wants you to chime in or whatever, but my point is this. I agree with both sides. What you're saying. I mean, at least Lomachenko is taking a break. Canelo's not even doing it, but Lomachenko's doing it, so I got to respect him for that. I don't know what his contract calls for his fights.
I don't know either. But if anybody knows what Lomachenko's guarantee is, drop it in the comments. I'm not really sure what his guarantee is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, oh yeah, there was another. Bob's actually made multiple comments about this. I had the other one in front of me. He's been very vocal about this. He said, I quote, this is another comment. We explained to them that we have no gate, no revenue, no closed circuit revenue. I mean, we're willing to pay him a big price, but again, I'm not going to lose $1 million on an event because he thinks he's worth more. Teofimo Lopez's manager, I think his name was David McWater. Yeah. He says, everybody's trying to do the right thing, but there doesn't seem to be enough money for everybody. We were willing to take a haircut from what was expected before, but not one of this magnitude that was presented to us. Teofimo's manager then went on by saying, I quote, I think more than likely, we would take another fight at 135 and revisit the Lomachenko fight. To me, a lot of this has to do with ESPN. I mean, if they want the fight, I think they should find a way to make it work for Top Rank. Bob's right. Top Rank shouldn't have to lose money on this, but neither should Teofimo. The big winner here would be ESPN. The big winner here would be ESPN. I feel it should be incumbent on them to find a way to make this happen. So there you go. That's from Lomachenko's manager.
I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that because what he's saying is, okay, I agree with what he's saying. I agree with the Bob father is saying, okay, Teofimo, this is all we can give you because I'm not gonna lose money on you because you think you're worth more than that. But what Teofimo's manager is saying, okay, you got a platform like ESPN that's got billions. I'm just exaggerating, billions of money. Okay, if you can't make the difference on what the fighter's asking for, then you're gonna make the money, not the Bob father. But Bob father's too smart for that. He's not gonna say, okay, I'm gonna pay you $2 million, $3 million, when I know I'm gonna lose money on this fight because I don't even know how much ESPN is actually paying Top Rank for anytime they have a big fight put on ESPN, a fight negotiation. So I don't know how much but I totally agree with what Teofimo says. That's why a manager is very important. If you're gonna become a manager, you look out for your fighter.
Absolutely. What I also wanted to bring up too was we have to also consider that this might actually be a tactic to get Teofimo out of 135 because we know that he's big for the weight class.
It's such a hot problem.
We know that he's had difficulty making that weight.
Right.
Unfortunately for him, COVID came and there wasn't no boxing for a while. So, I made a video about this. I said COVID might have just ruined this fight because we knew that he was struggling before. So maybe this might be a stalling tactic for him to not make this fight happen because he knows he won't be his best self going into that ring on fight night. So that you got to also look at it that way too. I think personally for me, if Teofimo believes that he can't make the weight anymore, don't fuck around. Go at the 140.
I'm going out of space for a little bit, but just hypothetically speaking, do you think any other fighter in 135? 135, right?
Yeah.
135. The Haneys, Garcia fight, Garcia, the Tanks. Do you think that they will all draw more money if they fought Lomachenko as far as there being the other side on the B side? What do you guys think about that? Do you think my whole question is Teofimo, is he the top draw out of all those to fight Lomachenko to make big money, or do you think the Tank, Haney, or Garcia will make more money?
I think those guys make more money.
Not make money. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to tell you.
So, do you think I make? Do you ask me? Do I think those guys make more money if they were offered a Lomachenko fight?
Yes. Haney, Tank.
Yeah,
but they would draw more. You think Tank would draw more than Teofimo?
No, I'm not saying he would draw. Well, ticket wise,
or however you want to see it.
There's nobody in the crowd, so it doesn't matter if they draw more.
Right, but I'm saying,
but as far as what they would try to demand themselves, I actually think Ryan Garcia would be worse. We see Ryan now.
Yeah.
If Ryan had a belt at this point in his career and he was fighting Lomachenko, oh my god, he would ask for like $5 million. How
about Haney?
Definitely, he would.
Tank is a big name in boxing. Big name.
Tank I think would just command more because he's a bigger name. They all would. They all would. What fighter?
I'll take your advice, Trap House Boxing. Thank you.
I saw a comment I wanted to get to. The Troll Network, shout out to him. He says, if you were Tio's management team, would you advise him to take the Lomachenko fight now or wait 6 months to a year and get paid with a live gate? I think ideally that would be the best situation.
Well, the point,
but you gotta take into account.
We don't know. Excuse me. We don't know what's going to happen with the pandemic. We don't know how long it's going to go.
We don't.
I can't count on those 6 months. I know what I'm offered now.
Okay, we don't know. But assuming that he can still make the weight at 135, I would say that is the way to go. But we all know that he's having a hard time making that weight. So you got to factor that in. You got to factor in Lomachenko might not want to wait for that, because we know Lomachenko has ambitions of his own to move back down to 130. I think that gets understated. People talk so much about, Teofimo wants to go to 135, that they forget that Lomachenko doesn't want to be at 135 much longer. He wants to go down to 130. He's been talking about that forever.
But my whole point is, if he's having problems to make the 135, what makes you think he's going to make the 130?
Who?
No, Lomachenko. No.
I'm talking about Lomachenko,
Lomachenko said
going down to 130.
130. But I'm saying, but Teofimo has a lot of problems right now. I think the bottom line is this. I'm not going to wait 6 months, because I don't know what 6 months can be. We might be here for 5 years waiting on the pandemic bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, get the fucking money, get your 1.2, drive on. BT, I understand what you're saying now. I understand what you're saying. Look at the long picture. Look what Floyd Mayweather had to go through. Look at the long picture. I see what you're saying.
And it also makes it worse when you factor in he's never got a $1 million payday. He's getting $1.2 million.
Yeah.
He's getting $1.2 million, and he's getting a chance to become a unified champion. He's literally, you gotta understand something. He wins this fight. He's
all the belts.
He's literally, like
more money.
One belt away from being the undisputed lightweight champion.
Yeah. So again, Tank, Haney, Garcia won't get as much payment from the Barfather if they fought Lomachenko.
No, I'm saying no. I didn't say that.
Well,
I said those guys would demand. They would. I actually think Teofimo is bad, but I actually think them 3 guys you named would all be worse.
Wow.
If they were in this position, especially Ryan Garcia, especially him. We see him now bitching and moaning about 200,000.
I'll be honest with you, Verdejo, right now he's up and coming, and I think Verdejo will take this fight 500,000, 800,000. You know why? Because he wants to prove a point to himself, to Puerto Rico. Like, you know what, I'm back. And what better way of doing than beating Lomachenko? Whether people want to agree or not, you don't never know. I have to support my Puerto Rican fighters. I honestly think Lomachenko will beat Verdejo, but it'll be tough.
Yeah. That's what it is, man. But let me see it. Shout out to my man Glenn Avery. I see you in the comments, Glenn. By the way, guys, this is just gonna be me and Pops today. It ain't gonna be no crazy panel
not right
today.
Now.
We'll get to it another day. I just wanted to make this a kind of a shorter live. But let me see. What else? We mentioned Verdejo. So getting back to Verdejo, I think this would be great for him, because this was a guy in Verdejo who a couple of years ago, this guy was supposed to be biggest superstar in Puerto Rico. He was supposed to fill those shoes that Miguel Cotto had. Then he had some underwhelming performances against William Silva. Didn't look good there. Then he was fighting hairdressers in Puerto Rico. Listen, he had a motorcycle accident. Then he lost to Antonio Lozada. So there's a big chance for him.
When he got his ass messed up in New York, Verdejo, and I'm gonna say it again. When somebody got a child in the new life, that's a big motivator.
He had a kid, yep.
And that motivation to him is like, okay, it's not about me anymore. It's about me and my kid. So guess what? I see different Verdejo. I see him hungry. I think that he's been wanting this fight with Lomachenko. It's probably the only way he's going to get Lomachenko to fight him again, to be honest. But I also agree with one of the comments that said that Lomachenko is, he's getting older too. So he's not going to be going up and down like you say. He's going to stay at 130, or he's going to stay where his weight class he wants to stay at. So whatever chance you can get right now, jump on it. I do agree with you. I think Teofimo, to the point, I agree to the point where I'm saying, like, if he doesn't take this shot with Lomachenko, there might not be another shot with Lomachenko.
Absolutely.
So take it. You might get the full, because like you say, you're actually winning. It's like 2 for the price of 1. It's like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone.
Because then,
unification belts. If you beat Lomachenko, you're gonna get more money for you, because now you have mostly all the belts, and you're gonna make twice as much on the next fight.
Absolutely. And think about it like this, right? We know Devin Haney's a guy that's getting a lot of hype right now within the boxing world. He wins this fight. He's got what I think he's got 2 or 3 belts. He'd have 3 belts. He could fight Devin Haney for undisputed.
Oh my god!
But then what happens is, because he has those 3 belts, because he's undefeated, because he's beat Lomachenko, he has what they call negotiating power.
Yeah,
he's got negotiating power, and Devin Haney can't tell him shit. Yeah. Devin Haney got to be the B side, whether he likes it or not.
Right. What's up, Hawks? Mustang Boxing. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's what it is, man.
I mean, I'm just saying this.
Look what Jorge Scott's saying here. Imagine if Tia beat Loma, then he can fight Haney, Ryan, Tank, Shakur for more money. After that, he can move to 140 and fight Mikey Garcia, Ramirez, Broner for big bucks.
Good point right there. Good point. I'm just looking at the moment. I should look at the long analyze for the whole thing. Like BT was saying, like, okay, you might get 1.2 now, but you're gonna make 3-4 times that. You
got to see the big picture.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So. You know what? That's pretty much all we have to say about Lomachenko versus Lopez. You have any final thoughts? Okay, we know Teofimo's dad. We mentioned it earlier. Teofimo's dad, Junior, his dad and his trainer is subscribed to True School Sports. He watches almost every video about his son on YouTube. Okay, if Junior Lopez has made it 39 minutes into this live, if he's here right now, what would your message be to Teofimo's father about the Lomachenko fight?
I would honestly say what you just said. Sometimes we don't see the real picture in the moment that we see things at the moment that we're going to a fight or whatever the case may be. But if you open the picture, you see all our opportunities opening up for you. So I would tell Teofimo's father basically, hey, take the 1.2, right?
Mm-hmm.
You come on this, do your thing in the ring, beat Lomachenko, get all the belts, and you're gonna run into a treasure of gold.
That's it.
Don't demand more than what you got, because if the bar for that closes the door on you, what are you gonna do then?
Yeah, we know.
You're not gonna make a bigger fight than what you're making right now.
That's a fact.
So you gotta take that chance with not a chance. Take the fight 1.2, because down the road you're gonna hit the jackpot if you beat Lomachenko.
Mm-hmm.
Take the fight. Stop negotiating. Stop predicting. Stop being a prideful or whatever you think it is. I get it. I agree. You read the video. I'm agreeing with you 100%, but I also got to see the bigger picture. The pandemic's affecting a lot of things. If Lomachenko took a pay cut, guess what? You got to respect that. You got to take what you got right now and move on.
There you go. My message would be this, man. Listen, Teofimo, even though you don't claim us, okay, and you say you're from Brooklyn, even though you spent like 5 minutes there, you are one of South Florida's very own.
Davie, Florida, baby.
And you count for the Davie Powell, and I want to see you do well. But it's not a good look. And I think you have it within your heart. I think you have it within your skills. I think you have it within you on the night to beat a guy like Lomachenko. But right now, it just looks like, based on how things are and based on how your actions were in the past, it looks like those words didn't mean anything, and that you don't want no smoke. But I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, if you take this fight anytime in the near future, I will gladly come on here in a video or on a live, and I will say I was wrong, and I'll stick with my pick, because I'm a guy that when I pick fights, I normally stick with my picks.
I'm sticking behind your guns because I have a lot of belief in you. I have a lot of belief in you, Teofimo. All I want to know is, I don't want to hear quack quack behind your name.
we don't want to hear that. We like
no.
Shout out to my main man Glenn Avery. Yeah. Glenn, I know Glenn. He recently stumbled upon the channel. He came on the channel on our Angelo Leo, Tremaine Williams live fight reaction. Glenn's a very cool guy. I like Glenn. Thank you, Glenn, for the $10 super chat. He says thanks for the live and Ian mentioning Verdejo. And you know what? We're gonna mention him.
Puerto Rico, Papa.
We're gonna mention him more because we're gonna mention Verdejo actually right now, because I'm glad Glenn came here, because now that refreshed my memory a little bit. When we had Glenn on here, Glenn threw out an interesting matchup, not for Teofimo, but for another guy at 135. Okay. I want to get your take on this, because we know Devin Haney is looking for a step-up fight at 135. Mm-hmm. What would you make pops of Devin Haney versus Verdejo? What do you make of that fight?
My gut right now, and I'm just saying from my gut, the guy can disagree with me. I think Verdejo will fuck him up.
What?
I will take.
You better hope. Yo, what's H money? You better hope H.
I'm gonna take the Puerto Rican fighter. Yo voy a coger a él porque él está subiendo. He's climbing up.
What the hell did you say?
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Él está subiendo y él demostró en la última pelea que él está listo para cualquiera que venga a tocar la puerta. Verdejo, his last fight showed that he's ready for anybody that comes knocking on his door. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Haney's talking all this shit. Haney wants to fight this and that. Haney hasn't stepped up to anybody. Look at his fucking resume. Okay, he hasn't done shit. Loma, I can respect, but fucking Haney, he hasn't done shit. So guess what? Verdejo,
tell him how you feel, Pops. Tell him how you feel.
Verdejo is gonna go up there and he's gonna fuck him up. Excuse my language for everybody. I'm just trying to say, like, I don't like Haney. Haney's talking all this shit, but Haney hasn't stepped up to anybody. He wants to fight. Who is he fighting now? Who's Haney fighting? Who wants to fight?
He wants to fight Gamboa.
So Gamboa had a broken leg. Fight somebody that's got fucking 2 legs. That's not old. Okay? Step up and fight the motherfucker para Puerto Rico. Para que lo sepa. Puerto Rico para siempre. Vuelva para que lo sepa. Verdejo va a poner una tremenda salsa a ese cabrón.
Shout out to Glenn.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is Verdejo will have the opportunity to prove himself. He really wants Lomachenko, but hey, Haney hasn't done shit. Haney's just talking. Haney comes back on more money. He thinks he's all that. Step up and fight some real people, Haney. You called out Tank. You called out Garcia. You got this, and you want to fight some guy with a broken half leg. Somebody that had an injury before. No, fight the real top dogs.
This is a guy. Look, Gamboa has been passing.
No disrespect to Haney. I do like his father, and I like what he's saying. So
I met Bill Haney. Shout out to Bill Haney. I got nothing but love for Bill Haney. But let's just be real, man. That'd be a great fight for Devin Haney at this point in his career. We talk for Verdejo. We're talking about an experience.
Let me ask you a question. What fighter or what fights has David Haney had that actually been respectable enough for you to say, okay, he's worthy of any fight. He can fight any of the top 135 and 130.
I mean, his best. I mean,
his resume.
His fans.
No,
like
forget his fans.
No, I'm telling you what people say. His fans. The fight they always love to bring up because it was his best performance was Antonio Moran. I'm like, look, for a guy, I don't even think he was ready. Yeah. For a guy who's as propped up and hyped up as Devin Haney, if you're out here and your best win is Antonio Moran, I don't want to hear shit about how you think you're elite.
I use my famous statement that I'm going to keep using.
What do you call it?
David Haney, you've gone to all the stores and you've gone to all the gumball machines, whether it's Walmart, Zayres, or Kmart. You've gone to the gumball machines, you put 25 cents in, and you got nothing but fucking garbage.
Gumball machine fighters?
Yeah, gumball
machine
fighters.
fighters.
You need to go in there and step up, hype up your skirt. Why are you picking on Gamboa? Because you see what he did against
Tank.
Tank.
Because you know what it is. If he stops, you know this. If he stops Tank before, if he stops Gamboa before the 10th round or whatever it was, then he could say, "I got him out there quickly."
And don't get me wrong, I was watching the comments that did from his dad. I respect his dad completely. But Haney, you want to make a name for yourself? Fight the big names.
Fight somebody who's young and fresh,
legitimate. That somebody can go in the ring.
Like, look,
you claim you want to be the next Mayweather. Do something about it. But Verdejo will show you from the island of Puerto Rico, from the island of Puerto Rico, that he's gonna fuck you up. He's gonna give you una salsa. Una salsa is like a punch.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys two names that I think are very acceptable because listen, we don't want to see Devin Haney with no more cannon.
And I like Devin Haney. I'm not trying.
Listen.
Yeah.
He's got the supposedly he's got the skills. They say he does. Mm-hmm. He's got the skills. Yeah. He's got the power. He's got the whatever. Okay. Well, we don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear no more Instagram talk. I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to see no more memes. Okay. He made. I don't know if you saw the meme he made. He made a meme. He put like all the.
I see the ducks.
The ducks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All those guys he's talking about, he hasn't even fought. He hasn't even fought any of those ducks. So bottom line is, you need to wake up.
You dropped Zayres.
Oh yeah. I like that.
They don't even got Zayres no more.
Yeah.
You should have said Eckerts too while you're at it. Remember?
Say that's right. I'm old school. So what I'm getting at is, you're right. Tap House. But what I'm getting at is, put some respect to your name. You haven't fought nobody. You want to fight somebody that had Achilles heel or whatever he had.
We know he's past it. it.
Fight. If you can sit there and get your balls and poke fun of Tank, poke fun of Garcia, poke fun of what's the other one's Lomachenko, and poke fun of them. Get your skirt up and get out and fight them and see who has the skirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said what I wanted to say too is two fights that I think would be or three fights I should say I think would be very acceptable for Devin Haney at this stage of his career, which I think would tell us a lot about him, are as follows. I think you mentioned Verdejo, that'd be a good fight. Okay, 4 fights. Campbell, Comey.
Okay.
Ooh. Or Virtuoso says Yvonne Mendy. I think Yvonne Mendy would be a solid fight. Yvonne Mendy, look, I don't even class Yvonne Mendy that highly, but Yvonne Mendy is so much better than the guys he's already been fighting. So
can I ask you a question? Is Yvonne Mendy fought better fighters than
I don't remember his resume like that, but but I know I forgot how he's fought. Shout out to my man Mark.
You know it, brother. I gotta have something.
He's wired up today.
Yeah.
He's wired up.
Listen, when I talk about Teofimo, I love Teofimo. And I still respect Lomachenko. I still respect that weight class. But I can't sit there and put Devin Haney up here when all he's fought is gumball machines from the flea market. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He hasn't fought okay. If you compare, let me ask you a question, because you know better than I do.
Okay.
Teofimo.
Okay.
Ryan Garcia.
Okay.
Tank.
Yvonne Mendy fought Linares, by the way.
Okay. Hold on. Teofimo.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Garcia, Tank, I forgot Campbell, I forget somebody else. Anyways, all those fighters that they fought, have they fought better fighters than Haney's resume?
You said Teofimo, Campbell.
Anybody he called ducks, have they fought any better?
They fought way better people.
Okay, so there you go.
Way better.
I'm not familiar with all that. I know my son will let me know.
Teofimo fought Comey.
Well,
Campbell fought
Linares too.
Linares and Lomachenko.
Okay.
Who else did you mention just now? You mentioned
Garcia.
Ryan Garcia. Ryan
Maybe
Garcia.
him and Garcia should even it up.
Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, they're like the same fighter, hyped up, young Instagram fighters that ain't really fought nobody yet. So maybe they should fight each other, come together, make like an Instagram super fight.
Exactly.
That would be big.
Because I'm getting at you sitting here want to call out. You want to fight Gamboa. What kind of shit is that? You put a ducks on emblems or
he want to fight a dude.
What is called emojis or whatever the call is called on all these other fighters, but you don't even want to fight them. You're a promoter. You can promote that. Haney, you can promote that. Come on. All right, let's get off the topic.
Okay. This bad Pig Pat. I don't want to get you going on this, but Pig Panther said everybody ducking Canelo. But we don't want to get. We're gonna spare Canelo today.
That's different. That's a different.
We're gonna spare Canelo. We're gonna spare Canelo today. I want to switch gears though. I want to switch.
So BT, while we're live, who would be a legitimate contender? Even Fortuna called out.
Well, yeah. So Sonny mentioned that Fortuna would be a good.
Fortuna called somebody out. And they said.
You know what? Hey, I'll tell you this. I know this guy is not like highly regarded right now. And I know that he's not like the creme de la creme at the weight class, but he would be such a step up. He's so much better than the rest of Devin Haney's opposition that I would actually accept at this point. And I saw him yesterday at the gym.
Are you serious?
Francis Bartholomew.
Oh yeah. Oh,
he can fight. No, he's at 40 now. I think he's at 40. But if he can make 35 and make him the fight, I think Ian Francis Bartholomew would be a better fight than anybody Devin Haney's fought. You gotta fight somebody. You gotta fight somebody.
You can't sit here and call out the top. You gotta put respect to Lomachenko's name, no matter how you want to look at it. He's very skillful. His amateur will speak for himself. After his first 12 fights, he did what he had to do. So I get it. I'm not mad at Lomachenko. But when you got Devin Haney putting ducks, emoji, whatever thing's called, on all these top fighters, and he hasn't stepped up to the ring with them, and then he wants to fight a broke dick Gamboa with one leg with a cast on. I can't respect that. You're fighting an older man. Fight somebody that's at your age, that's at your level, that have the same energy that you bring to the ring, and then we can see your talent. But until then, until you fight Tank, until you fight Garcia, Verdejo, whatever.
Just somebody with a name. Yeah, somebody with a name.
You have to have, is there anything else? When credibility speaks by itself. Credibility, your resume speaks for yourself. If you're fighting lollipop kids from the fucking lollipop thing, then you ain't shit. You lollipop, you go buy for fucking 2 cents. You ain't
what kind of lollipop you get? The blow pops?
Blow pop, whatever.
The green apple?
Yeah, green apple, strawberry, whatever you want. But what I'm getting at, if you're not fighting two fighters, okay, I'm sorry. If you're not fighting two fighters, you can't really go ahead and say that you are literally one of the top dogs. And the worst part about it, you are a promoter, Haney. So go promote your fights. I respect your dad, but your dad's going along with what you're saying. He needs to call it out the way it is. Call it the way it should be.
Okay. I want to switch gears a bit, okay. Pops, because listen, there's 46 people here.
Thank you.
This might actually ruffle a couple feathers. Okay. Yeah. So we know this past weekend we had the fight that we were really excited for. We were wired up for it. Angelo Leo versus Tremaine Williams for the WBO.
Great fight.
It was I don't think it was a great performance. I won't say it was a great fight because it wasn't a competitive fight.
I'm saying a great fight
for Angelo. Was
an underdog that nobody expected him to win.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that he's a flat-footed Mexican. He's champion. Much respect to him. He's only the 6th world champion in the history of the state of New Mexico. He joined Bob Foster, Holly Holm, Austin Trout, Danny Romero, and Johnny Tapia as other champions from that state.
What more can you say?
Much respect to him. But what I wanted to ask you about was because the initial fight was supposed to be Angelo Leo versus Stephen Fulton. Okay. That was the initial matchup. That was the fight that people were excited for.
That motherfucker's a hype job.
There you go. You answered it for me. You had never watched Fulton fight, and we watched. We watched the fight against Miraz, and we watched the fight against Adam Lopez.
I don't know.
What did you take from the fights?
It's a fucking hype job. He's got a good jab. He's got a decent jab. He jabs. He goes inside, but he doesn't have nothing else. He doesn't know how to deal with the inside game.
So you think he's basic? You think he's a very basic fighter?
I think he's a motherfucking gumball machine. He goes in there, he jabs. He doesn't know how to deal with the inside game. But Angelo Leo at least showed the inside game, and he dominated from that. He went to the level, did that. But as far as Fulton, I don't know what. Like I was telling my son when we were watching the fight, I said, "Why are they hyping him so big when I don't see nothing from him? I don't see him, man. I see like a motherfucking plane."
Gumball machine fighter.
I don't see much.
So
about him.
You were disappointed in what you saw in the fights you watched.
If you're gonna advertise somebody and tell me he's great, and then I sit there and I have an expectation based on what everybody's telling me, and I get there and my expectations are really low, then I have an issue with that.
Yeah. So based on what you saw, look. Here you go. We got buffoonery in the comments. We know that ain't happening, champ. Let's just stop. Let's just stop. All right.
Listen, man.
Listen. He fought Adam Lopez. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Yeah. He fought Adam Lopez. All right, and I like Adam Lopez. I'm a fan of Adam Lopez. I'm a big fan. He likes Adam Lopez. Okay, but for those that know and those don't know, Angelo Leo used to beat the shit out of Adam Lopez in sparring every day. Adam Lopez, he did an interview with Ellie Setback, and he said in the interview, Angelo, I learned a lot from Angelo. So we saw Fulton. I know you don't want to use triangle theories, okay? I know you don't want to use triangle theories. I know we shouldn't use triangle theories.
I'm telling you right now, Steven will not be.
Fulton cannot. I'm telling you, he cannot handle that pressure.
Listen, you go ahead.
He ain't got nothing for him. I'm telling you right now, he don't.
Fights, the fucking softest ice cream. The ice cream is melted before you can even eat it.
Okay, well, what do you say to people? What do you say to people that are gonna come here that like Fulton, that think he could beat Leo? That are gonna say, well, he's beaten X amount of undefeated fighters. What do you think about that?
I have to look at that record, see how many fights.
Well, he beat 2 undefeated fighters that you know of. He beat Joshua Greer when Joshua Greer was it was early in his career. He was experimenting at what weight class he wanted to fight. He didn't even know what weight class he wanted to campaign at, and he beat Adam Lopez in a very close and competitive fight that could have won either way. Adam Lopez had a draw on one of the scorecards.
The Adam Lopez fight showed me that, and I'll be honest with you.
No, he says that he thought Lopez beat Fulton.
Yeah, and I believe exactly. I had Adam Lopez winning that fight, but what I'm saying is, don't sell merchandise or quality that's not really has a quality in the ring. He didn't show me a lot. All he showed me was he can jab, he goes inside and jab to the body here and there, and that's it. When Lopez got inside into the inside game, motherfucker didn't know what to do with that. I mean, excuse my language. Fulton didn't know what to do with that. He's a distance fighter when I'm saying that. Mm-hmm. He can fight from the distance, but the inside game he don't got. What I seen from Angelo Leo from the first time I seen him the other night, he's got an inside game. Got a beautiful inside game. Goes to the body a lot. He can adjust his distance with his height. He can time his shots. He's got more of a toolbox than Fulton has. So whoever's hyping him up, I don't know who he signed for.
Well, it's a lot of. I'll tell you who it is. It's a lot of like the Philadelphia fight fans, the boxing community, and I think a lot of it too is Angelo. Even though he's a champion now, like a lot of people still don't believe. I'm telling you guys, I've been watching him fight. I know what I'm watching.
When Fulton fights. You see what Leo, Angelo Leo did to Tremaine? He didn't know what the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, and Tremaine tried to box him.
Tremaine tried to box him, but Tremaine was basic, going here, going there, the basic. After the 4th round, he figured him out. And let me tell you, I think Tremaine's a better fighter than Fulton, to be honest with you, as far as what I like.
You might.
What I don't care. I seen a better fighter. I see him a better fighter. What I seen for Fulton, he jabs, he keeps his distance, and that's
it. He's crafty too. He picks liver shots. He throws shots to the chest.
All that flashy shit that you guys say Fulton got. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna get put out by Leo. I'm not Angelo Leo. I'm not trying to be on Angelo Leo. I'm telling you how I seen it, what I felt. I seen a guy in there that was repetition with the same punches.
He was consistent, right? Consistent work the whole fight.
Yeah,
and I'll be honest with you guys. If you watched Angelo fight Cesar Juarez, that's like he fought really good against Tremaine, but I don't even think he used everything in his toolbox, because normally if you watch him when he's on the inside, he does a lot of shifting. So you'll see him step around, he shifts. He didn't have to really use too much of that against Tremaine.
Listen, this guy right here, when I seen Tremaine kill the first 3 rounds, okay, boom, 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 boom. After the 3 rounds, I seen how by the 5th round, I seen Tremaine drop his hands and the same basic stuff.
The trainer, his trainer had to pick him up off. How many times do you watch championship fight where a guy is so gassed that the trainer had to pick him up off the stool? His trainer told Tremaine, go on the inside, and Tremaine said, no, I don't want nobody. He said, I don't want no body shots.
Let me tell you something. The trainer's telling him, stay away from him. Don't stand in front of him. The trainer, the old pops knew what type of time it was. He was telling this to Tremaine. Fulton, when we watched a couple of fights with Fulton right here at the house, I wanted to study him to get to know him a little better. My son says, you don't know much about him. Let's watch a couple of his fights. My son says, I'm not even going to tell you nothing about him.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you nothing. Just watch the fight. You tell me what you think.
You tell me. And I told my son, are you serious?
You should. I should.
Singing to the choir.
I should have recorded your reaction. It was hilarious
because he didn't show me anything not better than Tremaine Williams. So I don't know where you fans get off telling or media saying that Fulton is this and that. I'm telling you right now, in Philadelphia they have the 1776 what's that bell?
The Liberty Bell.
The Liberty Bell. But when he meets Angelo Leo, he's gonna get his bell wrong.
Damn.
I'm telling you right now. He's gonna get his bell wrong.
You talking some?
He has no inside game at all.
You talking some?
None.
Talking some big
None
shit,
whatsoever.
Pops.
He's basic and he's very predictable.
Okay. Basic and predictable. So yeah, I'm looking forward. You know what's funny? 122 is a weight class that now I'm interested in because Navarrete left. Angelo's champ now. You got what's his name? The guy from Uzbekistan whose name.
Lango's supposed to fight.
I can never remember any of these Uzbekistan fighters' names. They're all like crazy. They trip me up.
Yeah.
The guy who was about 122 is Uzbekistan. The guy that beat Danny Rahman. I think it's Akhundaliev. I think is his name. You got him. You got Leo. You got who am I missing? Ray Vargas. I think it's an interesting time for the 122.
Leo's gonna get outboxed.
I don't think he's gonna get outboxed, man.
How is he gonna get outboxed? When
Fulton, look, I'm
telling you how.
I don't want to get too deep into it. I don't want to get too deep into it.
Leo's not gonna outbox. You know why? Because Leo will go to the inside game that Fulton has no fucking idea about. He has no idea what's going on.
Calm down, Pops. Calm down. Hey, we agree to disagree, man. I think
boxing.
I think Fulton, I think stylistically he might actually, even though I don't think he's better than Tremaine Williams, I think he might match up better than Tremaine Williams. But it'll be interesting to see for sure.
And you tell Fulton to take that regional belt. That's all he's gonna get. He ain't gonna get that belt from I'm telling you right now, Angelo Leo is not gonna let that belt go. Straight up. He didn't show me nothing. He didn't impress me at all. He didn't do a damn thing. That's just me talking.
Okay.
But I mean, this is boxing. I respect your opinion. You respect mine. At the end of the day, if he beats him, fine. You come up and rub in my face. It's all good.
Absolutely. We got a good question here from Marshall Ministry. Let me go up. He said, any news on the World Boxing Super Series finale? Is that ever going down? I feel bad for the Ticos. Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Marshall. I haven't told anybody this on the channel, but I guess I'll say it here. I actually was in Miami yesterday. I went to Mundo Boxing Gym, and I went to this other gym called the Peter Rourke Boxing Academy, and that's where Dorticos actually trains. I didn't see him there. I only saw Rancis Bartholomew there, and I did an interview with him, and that'll be out soon on the channel.
Yeah,
but to answer your question, I haven't heard anything about it.
I know what the World Boxing is trying to do. Is trying to have a heavyweight tournament too. So
I don't. You showed me that, but I looked it up.
That was the WBC thing there. I'm talking about the actual World Boxing Super Series that they're trying to have a tournament coming up sometime in the future.
Yeah, I don't know. He showed me something on.
Yeah, it was the WBC. They have a tournament with Pulov. It was Pulov. It was Pulov against Joshua. Chisora against Usyk. All the heavyweights. It's a tournament. It's actually put out by
who?
By the WBC. I mean, what do you guys think about? I'm sure you guys heard about it. If you guys you heard about this.
Absolutely. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Coasty TV, Hawker Mustang, and Keenan K TV. Here you go. Here's a good question. Now, Keenan K asked a great question. He says, how can we watch the interview with Sinisa Estrada at True School Sports? Now, listen, for those of you that were here the other night, I did interview Sinisa Estrada. It was a wonderful interview. But when I interviewed her, what wound up happening was on her end, her internet connection, something was bad on her end. So when I would ask her a question, she kept cutting in and out. So it only got part of what she said on video. So tonight, actually, I'm glad you brought it up. Tonight, I'm gonna be editing part of that interview tonight, and then we actually wound up doing it. I actually interviewed her twice. I interviewed her once on video and then once on the phone.
Yeah.
So I got to go through all the audio and all the video, and the clips are gonna be. I'm gonna be dropping clips gradually, so you'll see them. You'll see them. But she was really cool. She was a great sport about everything. For those of you who watch me, you guys know I have an affinity for Sinisa Estrada in and out the ring, and I got a chance to talk to her. I think longer than I've ever talked to her.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And she was great. But yeah, what else is going on? There was other stuff in boxing that I wanted to talk about. Hawker Mustang asked, did we talk about the Paulie Malignaggi situation with Showtime? And yeah, we did. I did a 20-minute video on it a couple of days ago. Got a couple thousand views, and
a lot of people weren't happy with
it. I won't touch on it too long because we gave our opinions on the perspective of the matter. And we think that Paulie Malignaggi was done wrong, and it's funny too because I don't know if you saw his friend, the Italian guy that always hangs out with him, the guy that does the podcast with him.
Yeah.
There was an article in Ring Magazine. It was like they fuck with the wrong guy.
Yeah,
he said that they basically they're gonna like go after Showtime. There's gonna be this whole thing. So yeah, I think he was done wrong. But right now with the whole like state of the world, you're not gonna get away with comments like that, honestly. Rob 87 says Sinisa is a real beauty. Yes, she, absolutely, very beautiful woman. Keenan Case is looking forward to it. Coach's TV says off topic. Do you think Regis got robbed against Josh Taylor? No, we watched that fight live. I think it was a close and competitive fight, but I think Taylor won. I think when I scored it, I think I had him winning like 7-5 or 8-4. It was a really good fight
towards the end.
But Regis, really good fighter. Oh, that's on World Boxing News.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't take everything they say.
Oh no.
You take it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought Taylor won pretty clearly. I thought it was close. I thought it was close, but I thought Taylor won pretty easily. Rob said he's glad because Paulie was annoying as a commentator.
He didn't like him?
Nah. Guido says, when are you going to interview Roman Gonzalez? Well, I interviewed him. I don't know if you saw, but I interviewed him in February when I was in Dallas. He actually followed me on Twitter, so we might try to. Now that you bring it up, we might try to set that up, man, because Roman was really cool.
You actually know a friend that visits him at the gym.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of people that are connected to Chocolatito. But yeah, man, it's your boy BT. Get your boxing questions in, guys.
Hey, Frampton's looking for a new challenger, brother.
Who?
Frampton.
Carl Frampton?
Yeah, he's not. That fight's not happening.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you guys this. So Top Rank recently announced a whole slew of cards that feature Puerto Rican fighters. I don't know if you saw.
No, I didn't see it.
You got September 4th, Xander Zayas is back in action.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's gonna be doing this thing. The week before that, you have Orlando Caco Gonzalez. He's gonna be back in action. He's a very talented fighter. I heard he had like 500 amateur fights. He had a crazy amateur career.
Yeah.
He's very talented. I was listening to my boy Kind of Local Sports' channel.
Hey, what do you think about Jefe signing up with Jagba signing with Top Rank?
Yo, we didn't even get to that. Efe Jagba. All of a sudden, Efe Jagba in one day with one stroke of his pen, he goes from PBC hype job to promising young heavyweight contender. Or depending on who you talk to, he goes from promising young heavyweight contender to Top Rank hype job. So I think this is actually probably.
You think so?
Yes. I think this is probably the best thing for Efe Jagba's career because we know Top Rank has an exceptionally great reputation at matchmaking fighters. They probably have the best matchmakers in all of boxing. Top Rank.
Better than Golden Boy?
They have the best matchmakers in boxing, period, bar none. It's not even debatable.
Wow.
So I think for him, that's what he needs. He needs to be matched very carefully because if he's not matched carefully, he's going to mess around and get beat.
One thing that he brought up was that his skills would get better. Like, you have better people that work with skills. And hopefully he needs to work on his legs.
Yeah.
Are you going to look at another Deontay Wilder?
No, honestly, hey, I think it's actually disrespectful to even compare this guy to Deontay Wilder.
Well,
Deontay Wilder is way better than Efe Jagba.
Yeah.
He don't got that erase like Wilder. He don't got that thump in his right hand. So I don't. I mean, he's strong, but he's not like Wilder strong with his punching power. But yeah, overall, I think it's a good signing. Some TJ Ford, shout out to TJ Ford. He said, "Are you covering Ramirez Pulso on the 29th?" I'll definitely be covering that when it happens. I'm just hoping it happens, man.
Yeah.
That fight's been canceled like 3 times already. But yeah, when it happens. I didn't even realize this fight was happening, but Lomachenko asked, he says, Miguel Mariaga versus Joet Gonzalez prediction. That's a good little crossroads fight. You got Mariaga kind of on the back nine of his career, taking on a Joet Gonzalez coming off of a loss. Ooh, tough.
Andrew Garcia versus Saul Rodriguez?
Neno Rodriguez, yeah. I think Mariaga is a good fighter. I think Mariaga might have taken a bit too much punishment, though.
Got suspended some more with the thing. They extended his suspension.
I'm gonna go with Joet Gonzalez. I think what's his name? Mariaga is a bit too past it, too much punishment.
Man, what do you think about this fighter which was in the last card? I liked him a lot.
Oh, so my dad's asking me about Rais Alim. So for those of you that don't know, Rais Alim, he sparred Angelo Leo in preparation for his fight. He fought as the co-main event against Marcus Bates on the Angelo Leo Tremaine Williams undercard. My dad really likes him. He says he's fighting for a world title next. I like Alim is good. I think Alim is good. But I don't think he could beat Angelo Leo.
No, who the hell is this guy?
You saw him. You met him.
I got that memory.
You met him. Vladimir Shishkishin. That's the guy Blake sparred, and
is he good?
You asked him for an interview.
Oh, okay.
Enrique Luna, what's up, champ?
What's up, Luna? Thank you for everything, man.
Thanks for that super chat on the Dominique Francis video. By the way, guys, go check out the Dominique Francis 33-minute workout video I posted. Good stuff from the young kid from South Florida. He says, champ, your boy Jerron Boots Ennis is fighting on Showtime. Is coming up. Yeah, I'm hoping. Look, I love Jerron Ennis. I've got high hopes for my main man from Philadelphia, Jerron Ennis. You know, because I'll be honest with you guys. If we look at the crop of young Philadelphia fighters, you know, Fulton and J-Rock and who else am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody.
Yo, this motherfucker told me Steven Spencer, he's a piece of shit guy, gumball fighter from the PBC.
Who you talking about?
Joey Spencer.
Who you talking about?
He's talking about J-Rock is the best. Then he disrespected Banana Rosario.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Joey Spencer from PBC. He came out and said that he was saying that
talking about Joey Spence, the fighter.
Yeah, the fighter.
He did an interview.
Yeah, he did it. He was telling me, he was saying that motherfucking J-Rock is the best 154. How can he be the best when he got his ass kicked by Banana Rosario?
Because he thinks
he's a gumball fighter that PBC trying to hike up. I'm talking about Joey Spencer. He can go screw himself.
Why you picking out Joey Spencer?
On his marriage, though. He's on lockdown now.
Why are you picking on my man Joey Spencer?
I'm sorry.
He might just think he's the most skilled.
Who?
He might think Julian Williams is the most skilled fighter on 154.
You can't give credit to J-Rock Wiggle when he got his ass whipped by Banana. You just can't. Simple as that.
Okay.
Who's this guy?
I wasn't sure you were talking about.
Fight, Brandon?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to get to Jerron Ennis, and you keep sidetracking me. Enrique, you mentioned Jerron Ennis. I don't know who the hell Showtime's gonna put him in there with, but I'm sincerely hoping that it's someone good. I don't expect that it's gonna be anybody good. Because I know it's not gonna be Ugas. They were talking about Ugas before the pandemic started. But like he needs a big fight soon because he's had 25 fights already, and he's 2 or 3 more bum fights away from me saying, look, I love Jerron Ennis, but he's in a witness protection program. The Jerron Ennis witness protection program is almost in effect.
I do like.
He's got 25 fights.
No
he's
disrespect. I do like.
No disrespect. I love Jerron Ennis.
I like him. I like how he comes into the ring, how he fights, represent Philly the right way. The sad part is sometimes not even the fighter, it's the management.
That is true. You're right. You're actually right about that. You're right. You know? Sometimes the managers, there's a fine line with managers between protecting your fighter. No, there's a fine line between guiding him the right way and just flat out putting him in witness protection. Now, I'm not sure which one it is for Ennis yet, but look, he has 25 fights on his resume.
But then you say sometimes the boxers have the power, but in reality, they don't have the power.
It just depends. A lot of times, it just depends on the dynamic because if the boxer has like a reserved personality, if he's kind of like, you know, who are my managers want me to fight, that's who I'll fight. If it's like that, then normally they won't override the manager. But if it's like a fighter that's like, no, I want this fight, you give me this fight, or ain't gonna be no damn fights. If he has that kind of attitude, then sometimes you can override it. So it really depends on the fighter's demeanor and their temperament.
If you were a manager, how would you handle a situation like that?
How would I handle it?
Like as far as like
so the fighter told me I want this fight or ain't gonna be no fight.
Yeah.
Speaking from a manager standpoint, if he was taking a fight that I know he's not ready for, I would put my foot down.
Okay.
I'll put my foot down. But I'll tell you this: if I had a fighter, you can bet your ass. If I had a fighter, if he had 25 fights, he would have a better resume than Jerron Ennis has right now.
Straight up.
And I love Jerron Ennis, so I'm not speaking from a place of hate. I just want to see this guy realize some of his potential. I don't think he's really fought. Like, I mean, okay, I can only name two guys on his resume, and the only reason I can even name one guy on his resume is because the guy's from South Florida.
And he fights what's weight?
147.
So okay, put him with Danny Garcia as a big dog. See what happens.
Then he's fighting Spence.
I'm just saying in general, like I know who he's fighting, but I'm saying like if you really want to find out how really good fighter is, him and Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, that's not happening now.
No.
TJ Fulton. Nah, this would be a banger right here. This would be a banger. Michel Rivera versus Verdejo. What you know about Michel Rivera?
I don't know much about.
You watched him fight?
Did I?
He fought Fidel Maldonado.
You guys, I got PTSD from the war. I got.
He served 6 years.
I was in the
war. Saudi Arabia, right? Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, my memory's bad when I went to the Gulf War, so don't. It's not funny, but I don't remember a lot of stuff. Sometimes when I ask my son, I could watch it a fight, and 2 hours later, I don't know.
He'll forget like it's crazy. Yeah. But you watched the fight. He fought Fidel Maldonado Jr. on the Jordanis. The reason you probably don't remember the fight is because he won very dominantly. He didn't knock the guy out, and it was on a card that was very forgettable.
Okay. It
was in January. He fought on the undercard of Ugas versus Figueroa.
So you think he would give Verdejo some problems?
I like Michel Rivera, man.
What do you see in his? What quality you see? Like how you beat?
He's now I'll tell you this. I I don't know. I have to watch. If I speak about it now, I'm gonna speak from a bit of an uneducated standpoint because I've only seen
You
him.
don't like to do that.
I've only seen him fight one time.
Yeah, one thing about BT, guys, and this is the honest truth, he will not talk about any fighter if he doesn't do his research and learn about him to give him the respect. He won't just come out here and say like, "Oh, this fighter is good because Pop says it's good." He said, "Dad, time out. I got to do my research first." Respect to BT.
Michelle Rivera. Good fighter. He showed some really good boxing skills against a solid veteran. I mean, he beat Fidel Maldonado Jr. Much better than Amir Imam did when Amir Imam fought when he was a prospect.
Right.
So that was a good statement win and a step up fight for him in his career. But I haven't watched enough fights to know how strong he is.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure if he punches harder than Verdejo, and I don't think he is a better technical fighter. So I can't really give you a real answer, TJ. I would say though, I would favor Verdejo. Yeah, but I'll root for Michelle Rivera because he's a friend of the channel.
Yeah, and speaking about Amir Imam, what's up with him?
Oh, so speaking of Amir Imam, I'm glad you brought him up. Amir Imam was supposed to fight Kavaluskas. I just did a video about that. Okay, he's not fighting Kavaluskas no more. He's fighting some Kavaluskas is fighting some other guy now. So Amir Imam is out.
Jesus, crazy, man. It's like one.
Hey, Dad, what do you think about this future fight right here? What do you think about this? Xander Zayas versus Duran Ennis in the future.
That'd be a great fight. I'm telling you right now.
Now, this guy, right? Let me tell you something about Pops. I love Xander Zayas because he's one of South Florida's very own.
He's more realistic.
But he loves Xander Zayas. I mean, this guy loves Xander Zayas.
I think what I like about Zayas, he's young, he's hungry. He showed me what Puerto Rico's all about. He's represented him good in the ring so far. I think if that fight ever happens, I've been saying it for the longest time, and I will say it again. He's one of my top 3 fighters. I think he'll be the next Puerto Rican star.
I want to let you guys know, do yourself a favor. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my main man, Marshall Ministry. Great guy. He's been on the channel a couple times. He uploads videos all the time, fight videos on his channel all the time. So you'll see some good fights. You know, he's got Linares versus Abner Cotto on there. And he's got the great fight between the great knockout between Elliot Alvarez and Michael Seals, the full fight on there. So go check him out.
Don't forget about Mini Max Boxing. That young buck is coming.
Every time we go live, you always
because
you love Mini Max. You like Mini Max?
Yes.
Tell people about Mini Max Boxing. Why you like him so much?
Listen, I like Mini Max. Max Boxing. He's put out more good interviews than a lot of people that've been in the boxing game for the longest time. I'm telling you straight. Go check his channel out. He's coming out there. He's pumping. He's 13, 12, whatever, 14 years old. Yeah. But he's got it going on. Guys, check him out. He's a young buck, but he's got the blood in him. He's had an excellent. He just had an interview with Maloney.
Jason Maloney.
He had one with Jason Maloney. He just had recently one with my boy Zayas from Puerto Rico.
And if you Gary Russell, I mean, this guy's in his bag. He's in his bag, man.
Guys, support that channel. I love Mini Max, and when I get some money, Mini Max, I'm gonna send you a PayPal. I love you, Mini Max.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of good fights coming up. Now I can't say this guy's name because I don't know how to pronounce that. How the hell you pronounce that? He said any notable names in the Treasure Coast area. Well, please, I'm a bit geographic. I don't know what the hell.
Saying Treasure Coast, like California.
What the hell is Treasure Coast? Where is
what
Treasure
do you
Coast?
mean by that? Are you talking about overseas? What are you saying?
Specify where exactly is that?
Who do you guys? This off the top. Everybody wants Everybody wants to cash in with Pacquiao fight. Everybody wants to fight Pacquiao for the big money fight. Who do you guys want Pacquiao to fight next? I mean, Thurman's been calling him out. Spence wants to fight him after he fights Garcia. I would really love to see Spence and Crawford. Crawford got to get his due. I think the winner of Crawford and Spence should fight Pacquiao, to be honest with you. That's my own opinion. What do you guys think? I think
Pacquiao is probably going to wind up fighting Crawford next.
Yeah, and European fighters, to be honest with you guys, Brendan, I'll be honest, I haven't seen none of the matchroom boxes. When I watch Sky Sports and all that, there's not really a lot of European fighters that I like. Billy Joe Sanders. Somebody told me that Billy Joe Sanders didn't want to fight. What's his name? Canelo. Is that true? I don't know how long ago.
That was about a month ago.
Yeah, he was telling me that, and then because my issue is with Canelo, I want him to fight Boo Andre. Somebody told me get the F out of here. But Boo Andre's been trying to chase him for the longest time, and Canelo, if he's a true champion, you should fight him. That's what I feel about that. So you guys, give me your intake of what you think. What's going on? He said
so. The Treasure Coast is Fort Pierce. Any boxing gyms?
Oh, Fort Pierce. That's out there.
That's out there. I'm not sure about.
We have to Google that. I'm gonna Google it right now.
Yeah, I don't know about Fort Pierce.
Yeah, that's out there. That's like
you're really challenging me on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna look right now.
Score. His name is Score. So I'm not sure about Fort Pierce.
I'm gonna check right now.
But what I wanted to say was this. There's a lot of interesting stories happening in boxing right now. Now, one story that I think is pretty interesting. Ray Robinson from Philadelphia, who signed a Top Rank. He came out recently and he said that Terrence Crawford only wants easy fights. That he needs to push for some of these big fights.
Who said that?
Ray Robinson, because he wants to fight Terrence Crawford. Because Ray Robinson was one of the last people to beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs, and they both. It's an easy fight to make. They're both signed a Top Rank. He won't come in as much money as like a Spence or like one of the other big names. So like, I think you said. Have you seen Ray Robinson from Philadelphia fight? He fought Kavaluskas and he fought Josh Kelly.
Yeah, but let me tell you.
What do you think about that fight?
Which one, the Kavaluskas and that?
No. Terrence Crawford versus Ray Robinson from Philadelphia.
That'd be a good fight, but I'm gonna tell you right now.
I think
I'm gonna tell you straight up like this. This is just me coming from the heart. There's a reason why people don't want to fight Crawford. Straight up, I don't care who it is. I don't think it's on Crawford's side that he doesn't want to fight nobody. It's everybody that want to fight him. Simple as that. I mean, you could say whatever you want about Crawford, but Crawford's been ready for the longest time for all the big guns to come to him.
He wants all the smoke,
and nobody's giving the respect. There's a reason why nobody wants to fight Crawford. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Crawford's not beatable, because I mean he can be beatable.
Anybody can be beatable.
Right. So any day, any given day, but give Crawford the respect they get. There's a reason why people don't want to fight him. Straight up. There's a reason why Canelo don't want to fight Bubba Andre. Straight up. Don't tell me because it's in that. Canelo obviously has not fought to me. I mean, Steve. Who the fuck was Steve Quigley? What was it?
Oh, he was trying to fight Jason Quigley.
Please,
Torreno. They were saying the three people
the fuck is one Golden State. I mean, with Golden Boy. He needs to be fighting somebody.
The three people that they were talking about fighting.
Man, come on.
The three people they were talking about fighting were Quigley, Torreno Johnson, and John Ryder.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's going on there? Now he's telling you. I just read recently he wants to fight Colin Smith. He don't know what he wants to do. Golden Boy got him going all over the place and protecting him. It's not even funny. And then you want to take a pay cut.
Well, you know what it is. The zone. There's issues with the zone. There's issues with the zone contract too.
Is it?
Yeah, like apparently I was reading something that they're having a hard time fulfilling what they signed him for. So like that's there's like a whole ton of stuff going on.
But that's not his fault. He's got to get paid. That's the zone's fault. That's Eddie Hearn's fault.
No, but I'm saying that's probably why there's a hold up with him getting in the ring as well.
Wow, I'm just tired of all that.
Yeah, man.
Y'all better tune out. Chocolatito's coming back. I'm telling you guys right now. Chocolatito's coming back.
This right here. Now, look, this ain't going to happen, Lomachenko. This ain't happening.
Oh, my God.
But you talking about Bektier Malakuziev, a guy that I'm not going to lie to you. He's not – I don't think he's the best prospect in boxing. But in terms of people, like when I have my panel on here, like when I have like, the regulars, L-Dog, like Tangible, official scorecard boxing, them guys – Mark, Troy, guys that you see in my lives regularly when we talk. Malakuziev is probably the True School Sports panels or subscribers' best prospect in boxing. Not mine, but people who watch me. Right. He, just so you know, he beat Clay Collard, stopped him in the 4th round.
Wow.
But it is worth noting that Clay Collard took that fight on 24 hours notice. So, we don't know how Clay would have performed
if he had more time.
Yeah. But he went 4 rounds with the
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and mind you, Malakuziev was like a decade. I'm talking. He's one of like the 10 million Uzbekistan fighters.
So who you take at least to fight right here?
Right now, Malakuziev.
You out of your damn mind.
You never seen Malakuziev fight.
I give a damn. I take Berlanga. Berlanga got that power. Until he shows me wrong, I got to support my Puerto Rican fighter. You out of your mind.
I like Berlanga. That's a bad fight for him at this time.
If you say that, then I know you know a little bit more about him. So.
Yeah, right now. Now you get Berlanga a couple more fights, then maybe.
Is he big? What do you see in him that you don't see in Berlanga? Berlanga depends more on his power, right?
I mean, Malakuziev can punch too. He stopped Clay Collard.
Okay, but I'm saying, does he have skills?
Yes, he has skills.
Better skills than Berlanga. Berlanga's going for the gusto.
I mean, he's got more. He's got more technical skills.
Okay.
I don't think he punched. That's the thing. That's why it's an interesting fight because Berlanga got the X Factor. He got that eraser.
Right.
But then again, we don't know how good his punching power really is because, okay, Eric Moon, his last fight was a slight. It was like okay, he was fighting opponents that were this good, and Eric Moon was like this much of a step up.
Yeah.
So we don't know how we know he can finish. We know he's got killer instinct, but we don't know if we can do that and show that extra bit of quality against a guy like a Malakuziev.
Hey, I got a special message for you guys. You better not get stopped by Eric Molina. He's a police officer now.
Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all heard, but an article came out on Ring Magazine this morning. Apparently, John Melissa John Molina Jr.
You tell me, I'm like, what?
He's now working for the Los Angeles Police Department. He became a police officer. So hey, to all you Los Angeles,
Sinisa, watch out, we driving. Watch all you guys.
To all you Los Angeles residents out there,
Garcia.
all you Los Angeles residents out there, don't fuck with John Molina, because if you do, you can go hit with a right hand.
And if you knock him out in a fight, he gonna knock you out with some tickets.
I remember when he fought.
I'm just joking.
I remember a while ago when he fought. He fought Hank. My favorite fight of his was when he fought Hank Lundy on ESPN Friday Night Fights.
Yeah.
And Hank Lundy was outboxing him the whole fight. And like, I think it was like the 8th or 9th round, and John Molina caught his ass with the right hand. He said,
and then here one of the area boxers, one of the females that came from Steve McKinley's gym, she turned out to be a cop or something.
Talking about Chastity Martin.
Yeah, I like her. I don't know what happened to her. So I mean, is it? Don't we have an area fight coming up soon for Martin? Christy Martin?
Oh, Christy Martin.
Yeah, Christy Martin.
I think August 15th.
Yeah.
Oh. Score asks us, is Berlanga's next fight lined up? No, not at this moment. No. So we'll see what winds up happening. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how things go with Berlanga. He's definitely got some development and some work to be had with his career. Let's see what else is there.
I'm checking out all the news. You guys got anything else you want to throw at us?
I think that was pretty much. I think we pretty much covered all the bases today.
Yeah, we had.
It's been damn near 90 minutes of just world-class boxing talk. And yes, you're right, Martial Ministry. John Molina did end Provodnikov's career. It was never the same after that.
Never.
Yeah, solid fighter, man. What was I gonna say? So yeah, I got an interview with
Who you got? Davis and Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz.
Who do I got?
Santa Cruz gonna get his ass whooped.
Freaking Tank. Do you feel that Santa Cruz is gonna get whooped?
Do you feel that's like a protection plan for Davis? Or no?
You saw his training with Floyd again, right?
Yeah.
He's training with Floyd, so that's good for him. I don't want to listen. I've said many times. There's two people. There's Gervonta Tank Davis and there's the one. Okay, Gervonta Tank Davis is very beatable, but the one, because he on Instagram, for those of you who don't follow him on Instagram, he calls himself the one. So Tank Davis, very beatable, but the one, when he's right, and I hate saying when he's right because it makes him sound like Adrian Broner.
Yeah.
But like literally, when he's right, he put people like Mike Tyson says. You know what I do when I'm right? I put people in body bags.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. But I was gonna say this. I was gonna say.
What do these guys think about Big Baby Anderson? What do you guys think about him? How far do you think he's gonna go in the heavyweight class?
You mean the last American heavyweight hope?
Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about him? You think he's gonna go far? What do you guys think about his talents?
Well, yeah, I was gonna tell you guys that. So I got the interview with Ransom Bartholomew coming out. We'll be live tomorrow for Terry Harper versus Natasha Jonas. We'll be live next week for David Benavidez versus Romero Alexis Angulo. Who, by the way, I saw Romero Alexis Angulo yesterday at Mundo Boxing Gym. I saw Pedro Diaz and Romero Angulo, and I saw pretty much what I expected to see. I saw a guy that's very prepared. I see a guy that's very in great shape for the fight.
Yeah, and
I'll be honest with you, I want him to win really badly because he trains at Mundo. I love Pedro Diaz.
Angulo?
Yeah, but his punch selection, he just don't have he just don't have enough. He's too simple. I think he's too simple to be the guy David Benavidez.
I was gonna ask you about that. I'm glad you brought it
but
up.
Maybe I don't know, because Ronald Gavril, I know it was at an earlier stage of Benavidez' career. But like Ronald Gavril is a pretty basic fighter himself too, and he had a lot of success when he fought Benavidez the first time. But that was also a younger Benavidez. He's fought better people since then.
I'll tell you, Benavidez is a friggin' beast.
So I think Romero Angulo might win a round or two. He's gonna push him. There will be some tough rounds with Benavidez, but I think somewhere around that 6 to 8 round mark, you're gonna see a big difference in talent, and I think he winds up getting him out of there somewhere around the 8th or 9th round.
Benavidez?
Yeah, I hope not though. I hope.
What about the Plant fight? You still want to see Plant fight?
I'm dying for that fight.
Who you got on that fight?
Caleb Plant.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Plant, but I think that he's a full.
I'm just worried that Caleb Plant might suffer from Tony Harrison syndrome. You know Tony Harrison syndrome is?
What's that?
That's when you're winning.
You stupid, brother.
Tony Harrison syndrome is when you're winning a fight.
And you get cocky.
No, and you fade around the 9th round. Because even though Plant's undefeated, for some strange reason,
I think the last fight
he fades later in fights.
Plant, you told me that you say after the first 5 or 6 rounds.
Not 6, so it's always around like 8th or 9th round.
You told me he gets tired or he gets something. But you don't think that his stamina and all that, him working out now, it's better than what it was?
He works out all the time. He's one of the most in shape fighters. Have you seen him work out?
Yeah,
I've seen him spar in person. He's in dog shape all the time.
I know, but I mean, if he gets tired, there's a reason for that. He's not doing something right in his training.
It's probably all that damn snack he's using. You know, snack.
Yeah, you don't like that.
I hate that shit, bro. That snack shit is bullshit, man.
Artificial.
No disrespect to any of the fighters who use snack, but if you're watching this, it's bullshit, straight up.
Is that what's that guy's name? Conte made that?
Victor Conte, yeah.
So you don't trust nothing?
No, I don't trust.
The baseball
I don't trust nothing. Listen, he made some mistakes in his previous life.
Haney uses it. Andre uses it.
He made some mistakes in his previous life.
Yeah.
You know, God bless him. I'm glad he's turning his life around. But I'm not. I just can't bring myself to trust a man that was involved in the bout called baseball. I can't. So anything he puts his name on, I can't do. I know we shouldn't condemn people. People deserve second chances in life, but I just can't bring myself to trust a guy.
And what do you think about Big Baby Miller getting suspended some more, a longer term extended by the boxing, whatever it's boxing?
Oh, HB says Plant gets tired quick because he boxes all year round and takes no breaks.
Then that means he's gonna get burnt out. Then basically.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great comment right here from my main man Keith Turner. Shout out to Keith Turner. Nice hat in the comp picture. He says, Teofimo was making the same mistake that Aaron Pryor made when he refused to accept a small fight purse to fight Sugar Ray Leonard. Teo will not get this opportunity again to fight Lomachenko.
Wow. And I agree with you 100%, Keith Turner, because shout out to you, because I was just telling BT that after we talked a little bit, I don't know if you seen the whole video. I was telling right now live, I was like, you know what? You're right. He's not going to get this opportunity again but BT was telling me is eventually Loma's getting older. He's going to stay in one weight class, and that's it.
He's gonna move back down to 130 because that's truly where he longs to be is 130.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So that's
what
it is.
Great comment, Keith.
Absolutely. Thank you for the comment, Keith. TJ Ford says Bivol versus Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. That's a hell of a fight.
And he just left Top Rank.
Damn, that's a great fight, man.
Ramirez just left Top Rank.
I'm gonna go with Bivol in that fight. I think his feet too quick, too clever.
Ramirez is big and strong, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the only thing. He might break his ass down. So I'm gonna go with Bivol to win a close majority decision.
Hypothetically, not Bivol, but Bidaboo. Who'd you pick then?
Versus Ramirez?
Yeah.
I'm never picking against. Listen, until he stops boxing, I'm not picking against that guy again. I picked Vasyl to beat him because I liked Vasyl.
So, but this one you picked.
I'm not picking against BWF. I picked Vasyl to beat him. And he beat the shit out of Vasyl. When I saw him folding up Alexander Vasyl the way he did, I said, this guy, is everything. He's everything they said he was and more. And more.
So no wonder Canelo vacated that belt.
And mind you, what you call it? He stopped Vasyl. He stopped the guy's name I can't pronounce. The guy named Hot Rod who fought Marcus Brown. He stopped him in like 7 rounds. I thought that was gonna be a trap fight for him. So every time they put these people in front of him, he fought. What's that guy's name? He fought
Bivol or
he fought Vaughn Alexander, the very tough and durable Vaughn Alexander early in his career. He's got some good wins.
How about Ramirez being a free agent? Who's he signed with now? Nobody knows.
Trap House Boxing says, hold on, let me go up. He says, I ain't too big on Jared Anderson yet. He got mad at me for criticizing him in my post-fight review. Listen, let me tell you something, Trap House. That shouldn't be no sweat off your back, because a lot of times these fighters, and if you're a fighter and you watch this, I'm sorry, but a lot of y'all are sensitive. A lot for you guys, I understand.
Like bitches, to be honest with you.
Like, I love fighters. I love the fighters. I got the utmost respect for the fighters, but I gotta call a spade a spade. You're going crazy. That's disrespectful what you said.
Yeah,
but,
I'm not going crazy. But if you act like a bitch and you cry like a bitch and you can't sit there and get too sensitive like a woman about certain things, no disrespect to women, but I'm saying like you act like a woman when you're actually a man, there's something wrong with that. Okay, I'm telling you straight up. We were just talking. I ain't gonna mention the fighter. You met a fighter not too long. One of the recent gyms we went to, he unfollowed you. He followed you. He unfollowed you. He followed you. You went to go see him and say hi to him. This and that. That's all diva bullshit.
That's Moody stuff. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying the way I say. Sometimes what happens with these fighters, when you say it the way it is, they don't want to agree with you.
But they're not all like that. There are some fighters like I told.
Look at Fulton.
I'll tell you.
To you.
Stephen Fulton got angry at me on Twitter because I said Tremaine Williams is better than him.
Okay, so
and I thought he was the bootleg Tremaine Williams, the bootleg orthodox Tremaine Williams. And you know what? Even though Tremaine got schooled by Angelo, I stick with what I said.
And you just respect everybody's opinion. You don't have to agree with it, But you can't be a diva.
That's why
when I follow you, I don't like you.
That's why
you're a donkey. Blah 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 blah.
That's why I'm
professional on your part.
That's
not
why
on our part. We're the media. We're calling out what we see it. You don't have to agree with it, but your part as a boxer, you're very unprofessional on you. That's
why I got so much respect for Ahmed Albiali. You know, the light heavyweight. I guess I don't know if you want to call him a prospect or a contender, but you know, the light heavyweight for PBC.
Yeah.
You know, fought John Pascal, fought Alan Green. You know, a couple guys. He's from South Florida, and John Pascal. I was talking to Ahmed one time, and I told him, I told him that there was one point in time where I was keeping track of my boxing predictions, and it happened to fall in the timeline where he had just fought John Pascal. So he asked me, "Who are you picking? Who are you picking to win when I fought Pascal?" And I looked him straight in the eye with no hesitation. I said, "I thought Pascal was going to beat you. You were too green for him." And you know what's funny? Ahmed, because I told him the truth and what I thought, Ahmed actually wanted more respect for me because of what I told him, and that's what you want.
And let me tell you something.
Those are the fighters you respect.
I mean, and I agree 100%. We don't take it personal, Trap Houses, because that's how Trap House boxing. That's how they are.
Shout out to Trap House boxing.
But I mean, we were just recently on another gym, and one boxer called Brandon out and told him, "Come to my gym and see me," because Brandon shoots the way it is. It's crazy. And when we got to the gym and he was sparring, I ain't gonna say his name.
Won't say his name.
He came up to BT. He said, "BT,
how did I look?"
Yeah.
And I told, and
listen, this is not just, and I'm not lying to you. I'm not just talking about boxers. Trainers will call Brandon that I would like, what the hell?
I mean, you would
because he gives him a straight. He doesn't care. Brandon's
there's been.
Biased,
I'm not going to tell you guys right now which fight it was, but there's been fights that have happened in the last there's been big time world title fights that have happened this calendar year, where the trainers will call me and they'll ask me what I think their fighter needs to do to beat the opponent. And there was one fight where the trainer called me and I gave him just a couple of strengths and weaknesses to what I thought the fighter should do, and they took some of my world champion right now. Amen. Not to brag, you know. I'll be honest with you, I could be a lot more arrogant on this thing, but I'm not.
The bottom line is, if you're truthful with people, you tell them the way it is, they're gonna come back to you again.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Shout out to my man L Dog in the chat.
L Dog's there?
L Dog is here.
L Dog, you need to take a trip to Croatia and get this guy back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, L Dog. I went to Mundo Boxing Gym yesterday. It was very empty. You know, there was 3 fighters in the gym. I saw Baranchek, and he turned me down for an interview for like the 10th time. I don't know what it is. Ivan Baranchek don't like me either. He don't like me,
he doesn't like you, or he can't speak English,
or he's English, or he's not confident in his English, or he just hates the camera. It's one of the 3. But yeah, Ivan Baranchek turned me down for an interview for like the 10th time. But it's no big deal. He was there.
They remember the Pops over there.
Huh?
They remember the Pops.
They remember my dad though. Romero Angulo was there yesterday. He was training. He looked pretty. He looked physically ready for his fight with Benavidez. And then Anthony White Chocolate Martinez, the young light heavyweight prospect. He was there yesterday too. So yeah, it was good stuff. But yeah, I want to see Hergovic there.
Yo, nothing on Casemiro.
Somebody has asked, nothing new on Casemiro, but somebody asked about, well, what do you think about Casemiro versus Luis Nery?
Probably a good fight, but Nery's not disciplined enough. He comes back up a weight. He doesn't do anything right. So, Casemiro.
Would Gary Russell Jr. and this comes from my man, the Brooklyn Alpha. Shout out to him. He said, "Would Gary Russell take 1.2 million? So why should any fighter take that?" I mean, if any fighter, it has a chance to put themselves in the kind of position that if anybody has a chance to put themselves in the kind of position Teofimo would be in by beating a guy like Lomachenko, you should look at the bigger picture. In my opinion, this is just me. If you're as confident as you say you are, if you're as good as you say you are, you should look at the bigger picture, and you should bet on yourself. Because I'm a strong proponent and I'm a strong believer in betting on yourself, not just in boxing but in life. You know, that's why I'm covering boxing as much as I do. That's why I made a lot of decisions over the last 2 years that I made. Okay, he should bet on himself. He should see the bigger picture, and he should say, you know what?
Let me ask a question. I don't know what energy drink, what Red Bull Gary Russell is drinking, but that he asking Crawford that he could beat Crawford. Crawford will fold him up like a motherfucker. He gets
desperate for a fight.
You think so?
He gets desperate for a fight. That's what it is.
Yeah, but you're going to a fight that's 2 times your weight class.
Yeah. Trap House Boxing asks BT, do you think Jesse Hart versus Joe George would be a good fight.
Oh, I like Jesse Hart.
Now, look, Jesse Hart, you know, listen, I was very big. I loved Jesse Hart many years ago. Let me tell you guys, I like Jesse Hart so much that I actually bought his pay-per-view against Deshaun Johnson. I paid like $10 for it. That being said, the picture's frozen? Apparently the picture's frozen. Hold on. We don't froze up.
Did we?
Yeah, hold on. Let me refresh this, guys. Hold on. All right, we're back. I think Jesse Hart versus Joe George would be a good fight, actually. Joe George is a guy that needs. I don't know if that's. I think that probably might be a too big of a step up fight for him right now because from what I can see from Joe George is he's very raw. But I mean, as we saw how the fight ended against Escudero, punches out of this world. I mean, if he touches you, he can really do some serious damage to you. So I like what I saw from Joe George with the knockout. I just want to see him polish those boxing skills up. Take slow steps in building him up, and maybe like 3 fights from now you can put him in there with a Jesse Hart. But I don't think right now would be a good time for him. But overall, to answer your question, yeah, I think that would be a good fight in due time. Now shout out to my man Johnny Cortijo. He says don't buy it. Now Johnny, I know I'm gonna talk to you later on tonight because I talk to you almost every day. I don't think that Teofimo Lopez is gonna duck the fight. But what I'm saying is I think he should take the 1.2. I think he should take it. I'm not against him negotiating.
The long picture.
Huh?
Look at the long picture. You said.
I'm not against him negotiating. If he thinks he can get the extra money, that's what negotiating is for. You don't because in life you don't get what you're worth. You get what you negotiate for.
Is it Johnny?
Yeah. So
Johnny and the new world champion Leo.
I'm sorry. I want to get to my point. I lost track of what I was saying.
You talking about Johnny? You talking about
the fuck was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. I thought that I think you should take the fight. Like if this goes on any longer with him, like I'm gonna have to call him out. I'm gonna have to call him out. Like it's getting bad. They're both getting lowballed. I agree, but what do you want? The whole you know, and I put this in double quotation marks. Pandemic has really stripped a lot of people of money wise. You know, baseball players losing money. You know, a lot of players in different sports aside from boxing are losing money. So it's not just a boxing thing; it's a worldwide thing. Haka Mustang asks, who held the lightweight championship from 1917 to 1925? Let me guess. Was it Benny Leonard? Because you guys have mentioned Benny Leonard. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's Benny Leonard because you've been mentioning Benny Leonard. I agree. I think they should. BT, don't you think ESPN could have put money into Loma and Tio's paychecks instead of those ESPN bum cards, which did horrible ratings? Yeah, I think they would have been better served to do that, to be honest with you. But that's the route they decided to go. That's their prerogative with how they run their business, and it's not my place to tell them how they run the business. But in my humble opinion, I think they would have been better served to take all the money that they put in, all those fights in the bubble, and put on a proper promotion, a proper world-class, top-level, creme de la creme pay-per-view fight with Lomachenko and Lopez.
Al Heyman's got the best fighting fight.
Yeah, who would have thought that in boxing's deepest, darkest hour, it'd be Al Heyman putting on the top cards.
Yeah.
That's what it is, guys. I'm probably gonna wrap this live up, guys. It's been a hell of a time talking to you.
Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I'll say it again. If you weren't here earlier, tomorrow we're gonna be live for the Natasha Jonas Terry Harper fight on Matchroom Boxing. We'll be live for that. Also tomorrow, my interview with Deontay Wilder's strength and conditioning coach Joey Scott will be dropping on the channel, where he talks about Deontay Wilder's mindset, what went wrong in the fight, the heavy costume, the excuses, Mark Breland when he first met Wilder. There's all kinds of things in that interview that you're going to enjoy. So that'll be out tomorrow as well. Make sure you guys go to that True School Sports merch store and cop yourself a nice True School Sports, tank top, a hoodie, a shirt, all that stuff. It'll help the channel out. It'll help you out. It'll make you look cooler. It'll give you something nice to wear around the house, to the gym, or if you go anywhere. So do that. That'll help me out. That'll help you out. And then also I finished typing my book. So True School, Just a Kid from Dania, the boxing journey and stories of True School Sports Volume 1. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but I did finish typing it. So we're gonna get that bad boy proofread, and we're gonna get it put on paperback. And I'm hoping by Christmas that could be out there for you guys to go out there and purchase. So with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys tomorrow for the live fight reaction. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.
That was a good time. Doesn't matter.